I will show you. Okay, so what was your most exciting moment? Okay, let's before midnight.
Yeah, that was before midnight.
So what did you see so far?
Okay, so I saw Yvonne Chaka Chaka.
Okay.
She went on stage. This guy, Kim Promise, came to perform. I liked the song, except his performance wasn't inspiring to me.
Did you think
I thought there was something wrong with his performance.
Did you think his costume was appropriate?
It wasn't.
King Promise, you're my friend, but this one, yeah, you fall my hand.
I didn't think that it was appropriate.
Not at all. Yeah. But I love Wiyaala. I think
that. To see Wiyaala.
Oh, you didn't get to see Wiyaala. I think that was the best performance of the night. Until Stonebwoy came later on, Wiyaala had the best performance of the night because she did virtually what the guys refused or failed to do. And then you didn't see Ignis.
No, I didn't.
Oh my
goodness.
I read about it, though. You read about it. You should have been in the auditorium to see the minister bow her head in shame. But here are some of the moments that you needed to have been at the Accra International Conference Center to see.
So, I mean, I saw the Wiyaala performance. That was what you were talking about. It was good.
So still on the Afrima, you know, people have been complaining and they wanted to know how much we spend, blah, blah, blah. But I'm sure you know by now that we spent 4.5 million for 3 years. Yes, we'll be spending that. But this one, the minister said we spent only 700,000 for what we have done. But here's Omotola, who was at the event to present an award, speaking on the Oscars. Now, she says that just like how we are inculcating Africa into everything, she thinks that there needs to be a representation of Africa in the Oscars. She's just the only African there now, but she needs others to join her.
Here to disabuse the minds of our listeners and also our...
Hoping the African content also come into the Academy more, so that if they meet up with other movies from the world, then you can root for them as well. So I'm going to be looking out for my own as well.
Okay, so African movies is going to be in the foreign language movies, right?
category. Yes. Yeah.
Is there ever going to be, I mean, a category just to look into African movies alone?
You know, that's a very good, brilliant question. I'm actually looking into that. I had a meeting about that with the CEO, Ms. Dunn, and she thought that was interesting because they have never had to do that for any continent or any country or anything. But it's on the table. It's something that possibly can happen. We'll see how that goes. I think we do deserve it. Because a lot of African countries actually speak English. So it's a little bit weird that we have to actually submit as foreign films. And what that means is that most of the movie has to be in vernacular. You know, so I mean, I feel like African movies that have vernacular should go into foreign films. And because we are colonized by the English and we speak English as our first language, we should be able to compete with the normal the normal selections or categories or anything. So, but we'll see how that goes. Maybe they will put something aside for us apart from the foreign films, which they can't change, the rules for that, which has to go in vernacular, or they will create something special for us. I don't know, but we'll see how that goes.
Okay, so also we heard that some shows of Stonebwoy outside the country had been cancelled because he couldn't get the numbers. But shout out to Shatawale though, he shut down London and Amsterdam. But unfortunately, Stonebwoy thinks that there's some sabotage.
Not come out to actually explain that yet, and this is the first time I'm talking about it, and I think I would let this award slide and I'll do a proper interview but to touch on it a little, I think certain reasons beyond our control had to lead to the cancellation of the event. But I also know that for the sake of negative news and all, like it has never happened before, other people and opponent camps are using that against us, which is normal. I don't even see that, because literally I do not see any faults in that an event has to be postponed and all, but trust you that people would use that against you regardless, because they feel they're competing with you. So a lapse in your move is an advantage to them, which is to me not how I work. So literally, I heard all sort of news about it, but come on, man. The international world knows that shows are postponed every day by the Jay-Z's, by the Rihannas, by them there for different other reasons. So I'm calm.
Okay, so let's hope that we get another opportunity.
Yeah, probably the show is going to come back bigger and better.
Well, he's saying that they postpone. We know that particular one has been cancelled. So now that he's saying postpone, we wait to see when the other one will come up. But big ups to Ghana, and now we are done Afrima for 2018. 2019, 2020, we hope to do better. All
right, thank you very much.
But did you notice that the ushers were even Nigerians? Did they welcome you?
I didn't quite notice that.
Okay, that's a story for another day.
You have to make that point, right? All right, thank you very much, Ms. Chi. That'll be all for those of you watching on Joy Prime. We have more news on the Joy News channel. Stay tuned.